Okay, hi everyone. Just want to share a little painting update. I have just kind of been on a more Age of Sigmar kick lately, and I am working on the Vanguard box set that I got a while ago now, but I've got these archers I'm working on. I've finished 3 so far. I originally had planned to do a green with silver trim paint scheme for the archers to kind of distinguish them from the spearmen. But I found that the silver, I didn't really care for the contrast effect. It didn't look so good, and I think the gold looks better, gives it a little more, gives it a little better look. But I did try to keep the green a little more dominant on the archers. I think, like for example, this kind of leg shield could be painted white like the breastplate and helmet. But yeah, I just wanted to keep it green to go with the match with the coat and all that. But I think it looks decent enough. When this Lumineth range, well, I mean, they're elves, I kind of call them elves anyway. But when this range kind of was premiered, I didn't really care for it, but it's kind of grown on me, especially because I think the basic troops look really good, and even though I think these spears will be a challenge to transport, especially when I hopefully go back to America next month. Fingers crossed. We'll see. But anyway, got the spearmen. But anyway, my point is I like the range. I think the Age of Sigmar ranges just needed some time to kind of develop, and I think they're still developing. So, and I've got more obviously to paint. When I was in my painting session tonight, I finished the 3rd one, and then I started blocking in the colors on the 4th one, and then I wanted to take a break. So I've still got a lot to do. This is the commander, and let's get this lantern and this kind of standard with the eagle or hawk, I guess, mounted on it. Yeah, kind of interesting. So yeah, I really like these figures, and I think what I'd like to do to expand it from the Vanguard, because this gives me like 540 points to play with Age of Sigmar, I would like to expand it with this Arcane Cataclysm box set. I'm hoping I can get that in the next few months. But we'll see. It's got that set, box set. It's got a bunch of Lumineth elves, and then it's got some Tzeentch cultists. And normally I'm not super into any of the chaos kind of god stuff in Warhammer. I like the Chaos Warriors look good, but the demon stuff, I don't know, I'm not really into it. But the Tzeentch cultists in that Arcane Cataclysm set, which I think may have come out some time ago, I'm not sure, they look really good. The leader also looks really good, and I think it would be nice to have the elves and the Tzeentch cultists for them to fight against. So I really want to get that, but I think I need to kind of paint up what I've got here before I continue. This is some of the other Lumineth stuff I've painted. I showed on earlier videos. This is the leader for the for the spearmen. Although I think if I use these figures for something like a Dragon Rampant or like another kind of fantasy skirmish system, I could definitely use this as a command character. Obviously the wizard too, if I was going to use another rule system. But for Sigmar, this is the command unit, command character, the wizard. So, because the next thing I have to paint after this, the next unit to paint is this unit of great swordsmen. And I've also got all the Ottoman 15mm stuff from By Fire and Sword to do. But lately I'm just kind of focused on Sigmar. At first I didn't really like the Sigmar ranges, but since then they've kind of grown on me. I like them a little bit better, and I'm kind of happy with that. I've got back in the US at home, I've got the Caradron Caradron Overlords, the dwarves with the steampunk kind of weaponry, which are pretty cool, I think. And then and then I've got regular dwarves, and so that's kind of like my main Sigmar army, even though it's not that many points. I think it's only like 1,200 or something. But I think the only actual game of Age of Sigmar I fielded them as a Grand Alliance Order army of dwarves and regular dwarves and Caradron Overlords, I should say. But I think it will be nice to have kind of a full single faction army that's just the Lumineth, although I probably will revisit the other dwarves in the future. The other things I have to paint here are my Warlord Games barbarians, the Gauls from the Hail Caesar starter box. But there's just something about those. I just don't really enjoy painting them, or building them for that matter. And I think maybe I'll return to that. I kind of feel guilty for not completing that project right now, but it just, I just kind of hit a rut where I just didn't want to continue. But I think I will finish it so I can have, an Ancients army to do. It's also probably just because, the Roman history, I mean, it sort of interests me, but it's not like something I'm really passionate about, to be totally frank. But anyway, so that's what I've got here. And like I said, I'm hoping maybe in a near future video I can get this box set and get and maybe do like some kind of review, but we'll see. I mean, it's kind of expensive, and I don't know if I have the money for now, but if I can save for it, maybe maybe I can do that. So thank you for watching, and I also just like to make the brief announcement I make periodically in my videos. If there's some kind of historical topic in my sort of area that I study, so early modern warfare in general, but especially like the major empires, world empires from like, let's say 1400 to about 1700, let me know, and I'll try and do a little research. I think as a historian, it's important that, it's important to present research to the public, because a lot of very interesting, specialized stuff, it gets published into these monographs from academic presses that a lot of them are really good. A lot of them aren't so good either, but a lot of them are really good, but people just don't really read them because they cost $100, $200, and they're hard to access otherwise, although that's kind of improved with sites like LibGen, which I readily promote because I think it's a great resource, and otherwise a lot of this stuff would go unread, and the authors themselves would rather people read it than for it to go untouched or unseen. So anyway, so that's all. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you in the next video.